Hello, everyone. This is the third session of Android Study Jams. Last time we saw the classes and objects instance in Kotlin. Uh, okay, this time we're going to complete this app. What you are going to do is, let me just show you what the end product would be if you have not attended the last session. Due to the time constraint, last time we had to complete the session in between of modules. Okay. Uh, this might take some time. So let me show you the code. What we are going to do is we are going to understand this code, what it does, and I'll also show you how we have designed all these things. So we're going to complete this one uh, and make an app that is usable. Okay, it's almost there. Okay, see. So every time I click on road, it will create an audio and will create an random number on the dice, which is what we want the behavior to be. Okay, so let's start. This is supposed to be a code along session, and this is, I think, we don't have much time. So this is going to be a very short session. So I hope you will enjoy it. So obviously you have to create this app. For me personally, I have already completed this app, so I don't have to. But for you, what you might want to do is just create a new project, and it will result into the same thing. Okay. For the next part, we have to create a layout. I'll show you this in Android Studio. So it's the same thing, right? So here we have to open the activity main.xml file, which is in, let me show you the project structure. In the app, this is the Kotlin file, and this is the activity main file. So as soon as you click on the activity main file, it will open in the design view. You can also use a split view to have simultaneous control over the XML code as well as the design. So I think the XML part is not covered in this module. It will be in the next module. So if you're going to do it on your by yourself, please look into it. Now here we have the image right here, and as you can see, I've already given certain constraints, uh, and obviously there should be some space in between, right? So what we can do is click on the button and give it some space. Has been joined. We'll do it later. So introductions to the activities. So obviously there are a gallery activity, viewer activity, and an editor activity. They are shown. We can create certain type of file. This will be the main file, that is the main activity.kt. That will be the Kotlin file. This will be not included in the boilerplate code. We have to edit all of this to get a usable file. Uh, I would have written all the code along, but we don't have the time to do that. So I'm just going through it and explaining you all the stuff. Uh, what input? All you have to do is just click on the optimize import on the fly. That's all. Uh, then making an interactive button. So how can we create a listener on a button as we do in JavaScript or for new user? What we do is whenever a button is clicked, we give it certain activity or what. so that it performs certain activity. So it's not an activity as in Android. What it does, it runs a function. So okay, we have people still coming in. Okay, so this is the basic code. So I'll show you what happens is whenever I click this roll button, what will happen is, see, I have created a listener here. So on create, this is inherited, and this will be included in the boilerplate code. Now, you have to set the content view. That would be the main activity of the app. There could be multiple activities in your app. So when you write complex code, uh, this particular syntax might change. Uh, Now we have the role button. This is just the variable name, but here we have the type of the button, type of the field, that is the button. And this is a very important function. This is find view by ID. So what happens is in your activity there are certain objects, and in the constant view in the constant view there are certain views, right? So this is also an image, what is being changed continuously, and this is the button is also a view, right? So whenever we click, we need to see something to change here. So first of all, we have to find the button first of all. So to let the engine know that what is where is the button, when is it being clicked. So first we assign the role button uh, by this ID. Yeah, you might have to read it to know why this r.id.button is used. But for text field, it would be r.id.text field. Then what we do is we just create a simple uh, on-click listener, so set on-click listener, and it rolls the dice. So now we have here written the whole roll dice code. So I will go further down the unit and will understand why whatever we have written here and what it means. So for now, we just know that whenever you will click the button, what it will do is it will run this function. Right. So whenever I'm clicking the button, what is it doing? It is running this roll-dice function, and in turn, it is giving us the output generated by here. So for here, obviously, it's not gonna. So let's skip this one. Okay. The whatever we are introducing certain logic to it, as I've shown you it, the logic behind this app. For basic purpose, we are just writing the number here. For us, we know we have already implemented the logic, so it will show the image. Okay, so so this is very easy module. So this is something I liked about this. This modules are very simple. Right. But again, login. So sometimes there will be a problem when it is kept open for a long period of time. Okay, I think there should be a button, yeah, but yeah, it's not sure. Cool. I'm logging. Also, this is this third unit that has been introduced. It came in the last update, that was last week. Uh, so there are certain new parts in it. It's very exciting to do. So now, right now, we are completing this first unit. You can do the unit 2 and 3 on your own. But I would prefer if you do the prior programming experience track, because we can only give you certificates if you complete that track. Okay, absolutely. So we done that. Now we had to add a conditional behavior in copy. And then at the end, as I shown you, we have to add an image. And at the end, there will be a video. So that's not important, to be honest. So now, right, so code lab and we don't have to waste our time. So absolutely, I have completed. So it will be opening like this. But this is something, if you want to read, you can read it. Decision making with your code. So what it is teaching is how if and else will work. So we covered in the previous parts, but for this occasion, let me just tell you that uh, they're just using conditional statements to let you know how it will affect your logic in the app. So for example, when you click the roll button, what will it do, right? So they are for first they are creating a dummy code. So see, this is a code. I think they would have given yes, Kotlin playground. So something to understand that whenever this Kotlin playground will be given to you in the first page, you have to understand that the whole exercise or the whole code lab is to be done in Android playground. So you can just copy it to understand how it works. And as soon as you run it, there is unresolved reference of dice. So obviously we cannot run this code in general. We have to write this whole code, right? Because see the class dice is created here, which I forgot to copy. Right now I think it will work. See you won, right? So there are criterias about it. And now how did we come to this, right? See this is the different syntax and what is when. So we'll come to that using the when statement. So in the previous see there's a lot of if and else statements. So what can be done if you want, if you want to make it a bit more simple as compared to what we're doing. So when statement comes into play, to create syntax like this. So what is when function doing is, see we are passing the six numbers, so the dice will have six sides, right? We know that. Now what is this doing? This will just roll out the dice and that will give you a certain number. Now obviously your lucky number is 4 and we need the lucky number to win. Now see